What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. I want to go over some of the current data points, break down what's moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, SoundHound is doing very well, up 5.87%, 1066 the low, 1166 the high. So kind of volatile. What really caused this pullback right here wasn't shorts. It was actually just the broader market pulling back because of manufacturing data. So actual came in at 50.3, forecast to 51. So a little bit lower, but still above the 50, which is a key pivot. Does show that the market's still expanding. So that's kind of a good thing. But leading into today, the market was very optimistic because Trump stated yesterday that there's going to be a crypto reserve, so that is obviously stimulating a lot of spec plays. And then as well, there is a big update anticipated. So this was also posted. So tomorrow night will be big. I will tell it like it is. So that is going to be coming out today. Based on this, or from what I've seen, I think it's actually going to be at 1:30 Eastern today. I was trying to find that original tweet, but regardless, it should be in the afternoon sometime, so that should be a good thing. And even you have this, so I think this might give some context on what it might be about. So Trump will have to decide on tariffs Monday afternoon. So tomorrow is going to be the day that technically Canada and Mexico are hit with their tariffs. But if, let's say, Trump does decide to counter and not do anything, that would really drive up the price at the broader market. Optimism. And then possibly another flip side, what he might be talking on is there has been a lot of petitions being sent to him to kind of fix naked shorting and a lot of the market manipulation, which SoundHound obviously does get hit with on occasion, pretty much every day actually. But nonetheless, it could be one of those things in my opinion, but no matter what, the market seems to be fairly optimistic when it comes down to that. Shorts aren't doing anything. So the market's been open roughly 1 hour, and normally they are increasing about 1 to 3 million at the very bare minimum right now. So they're only increasing 74,000 shares. So it goes to show that they even know that SoundHound is ready to move higher. 29.69% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 104.74 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost of borrow average 5.92, utilization 91.19. So it is good to see that shorts are kind of easing off SoundHound. They are reading the room for the most part, and they do know that the fear that the market was worried about the last couple of weeks, that seems to have been last week's problem. Now this week we're looking very optimistic. As far as options, the market's been only open 1 hour, like I said, so take that into consideration. But 4.8 million in calls, 1.4 in puts. 48% of all the options being done today are optimistic in nature. And of the call options that are being purchased, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around that $13 to $15 range. And then the bears are anticipating for it to be sub 10. So they're still anticipating maybe a broader pullback is due, but I think that might not be coming today, unless who knows what Trump will say later this afternoon. Maybe he might be increasing tariffs. He sees that as optimistic, whereas the market might not. So anything could happen, but I think based on what was said yesterday about the whole US crypto reserve, that's a very big deal, and the market absolutely loved that. So it is fair to assume, giving him the benefit of the doubt, that this will be very positive news. These are all the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. So a lot of big buys within the first 1 hour. This is the string of selling that led into pretty much that manufacturing data that caused it to go down. These are all the transactions on the dark pools. Dark pool, very, very popular. So even though shorts are only increasing net 74,000 or whatever it was, they are obviously trading back and forth quite a lot today. So let me know your general thoughts on that. But with it right now at $11.45, it is trading between these 2 points. So this R2 and this R1. So 11.04 is going to be a strong support, and then 11.62 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. Did bounce off of that general area, so 11.66. So when it did spike up right here, it kind of bounced off of that resistance. So As far as today, just watch for it to ideally close above that 1162 to really continue the trend, or it might just kind of gravitate towards that and kind of stay close to that. We'll just have to wait and see. Most likely, whatever Trump does state will be that deciding point if it does break above that R2 or if it kind of stays between that R2 and R1. But regardless, moving on from here though, looking on the actual chart itself, so it is above the ALMA and it is also about to test that right here, that 100-day moving average, so that red line right here. So another element to kind of take note of ultimately for today. And stochastic RSI, because of the recent move up, you are seeing it kind of breaking off of its oversold status, so it is getting somewhat neutral, but you do see a nice bullish deviation, so blue line above the orange. And just to give you a quick overview, so I think I covered it day one, but these are all the ratings that have come out post their earnings, and you have a couple new ones as well. So one came out today, $26 price target, H.C. Wainwright, Scott. So yeah, pretty good stuff in general. So I believe I'll have to double check, but I think the last rating from H.C. Wainwright was $24. So seeing 26 is absolutely amazing. Outdoing Daniel Ives, who has a 49% success rating, but he definitely does like to cover a lot of innovative companies. So good to see new ratings. Let me know your general thoughts on all of that in the comments below. Where do you see things going in the short term? Do you think it's going to continue to push higher, or do you think it's going to break down? What's your overall viewpoint on all of that? One final thing, pop over to my Patreon and get buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolutely on point and bangers. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.